Jay here, Stretford Paddock. This is Transfer Live. That's Joe Smith. Joe, it's all happening, isn't it? There's loads of stories to get through. We're a little bit late tonight because we're watching Spurs get beaten by Paris Saint-Germain despite being 2-0 up. They blew it and then they lost on penalties. Losers. Imagine losing. Yeah. Imagine actually losing a football match. Imagine being in a Spurs match and losing.
I think I'd rather have finished 15th and not won any trophies.
I'd rather have lost the Europa League final than gone through the shame of having to lose to Paris Saint-Germain on penalties, in the Super Cup. Very embarrassing. Get involved in the chat in the comments. We're going to have loads of latest United stories. We're going to be talking about Baleba. We're going to talk about some outgoings you see from the thumbnail. Before we get also that though, I also want to talk quickly about Sakone. So anyone who is sort of following the under-21s or been on social media tonight will have realised or seen Sakone got quite a serious head injury in the game at Tamworth tonight for the under-21s. The latest update that I saw Nathan Salt, a friend of the channel, posted on Twitter about 25 minutes ago. He said, "I've been told that Sakone is conscious, stable and communicating with United's medical team. He has been taken to hospital as a precaution for further checks." Turn that off, excuse me. Positive update. Yeah, the game was abandoned, so you do worry, don't you, when you see something like that, especially young lad. But as far as you know there, it does feel like things are moving in the right direction. And obviously, we wish him a speedy recovery.
Aren't head injuries such a, mad thing? Because on one hand, that's so severe and really worrying.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, by the sound of it, not, too threatening. But on the other hand, he's probably going to be playing quicker than he would if he'd rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
And yet it's the most sort of sensitive, potentially sort of life-changing part of your body. Yeah. And unless it's something really bad, you'll just be back.
It's weird. It is weird. I mean, obviously, some players. I'm not saying this happens to Sakone, but it does affect them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Psychologically, because it can be quite a grim thing. But hopefully, we can have.
Sounds like a relatively positive update.
Yeah, relatively positive update, which is why I'm sort of, just not going into it more. But when we know more about it, we don't want to speculate, then we can give you an update. Probably tomorrow in the news. I'll see if there's been any updates overnight. Let's talk about transfers.
Let's get into Carlos Baleba show. What's our first pun of the night? I believe in miracles since you came along. You sesky thing. You sesky thing. You. Sesky, as in Sesko?
Yes.
And how's that related to this article?
He's somewhere in there.
He's in there somewhere, yeah, don't worry about that. I don't mind that.
Do you know what?
I don't mind that.
I like this.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why I like it.
I'll tell you for why.
Because it makes sense as you read it along, read it, because it's, I believe in miracles, since you came along, you sesky thing, you. And I think that makes sense because since we got Sesko, I'm more inclined to believe we'll get Baleba. Yeah.
So could you imagine a world where you're singing this song to Benjamin Sesko?
That world could exist.
I think it's this world.
Do you reckon?
Benjamin, come out. What did you think about now? Would you sing that to him?
No.
You would too scared.
I'd probably bottle it.
You would.
If he came along now, I'd do a thing where you two stood next to each other. So
I think he's a little bit taller than me.
What is he, 6'5"?
He's supposedly 6'5". But is he like WWE 6'5"?
What's that mean?
Where they chuck an inch or two on to make him seem bigger and stronger and scarier? Or is he properly 6'5"? Is he 6'5" in his boots? Because if he is, then we're the same height.
We've all added inches on them, haven't we? Come on, get onto it.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's the width. If anything. Manchester United have not made.
We're 5 minutes in, we're going into knob jokes.
Knobs?
I mean, we're going into high jokes.
About waistband.
Right, go on.
Bloody hell, Jay, you dirty pervert. Manchester United have not made any official contact with Brighton for midfielder Carlos Baleba. Bloody hell.
What?
United's focus is on sales, or at least an assurance sales will happen in the final 19 days of the window. It's clearly an extremely difficult deal to do, as Brighton do not want to sell and are under no pressure to. Rather like the Benjamin Sesko deal, United would need encouragement that the player wanted to join before considering any kind of club-to-club approach. Baleba still has 3 years left on his contract with Brighton, holding an option to extend for a further 12 months. That's the as it stands with Carlos Baleba. I think Laurie said it yesterday. We've had other people on the channel. Dharma said the same. Manchester United have spoken somehow to Baleba, even though that's illegal and it shouldn't happen and it's tapping up and all that. We have spoken to him, and he seems to want to join. Do you know what I don't get in all this? Sorry, I've just spoken for ages.
No, please do. Continue. No, it's good.
Here's what I think. I don't see any reason this deal shouldn't happen. Because this whole thing of I don't get this. So it says here, it's clearly an extremely difficult deal to do. Laurie said it's a really tough one to get sorted. Why is it? This deal is literally no different to any other deal that's ever happened. It's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, that's not easy. But we knew that when we went to him. Brighton don't want to sell. Brighton are adamant they don't want to sell. But if a big offer comes in, they'll change their mind. Oh, so he's for sale then? That's no different to just being for sale. Oh, he's not for sale unless you fucking bid for him, then he is. Oh, so he's for sale then, isn't he? Like, what do you mean he's not for sale unless you pay for him? That's what for sale is! So he's for sale. We know roughly how much it's going to cost. I honestly don't see a reason why we won't get him.
Right, I love this confidence.
Genuinely, other than like everyone in Europe going, no, we don't want your players, they're just shit. And in that case, fine. But like, why is this such a difficult deal? Brighton sell all their best players.
Yeah.
We knew roughly what it was going to cost. If you'd have asked me 2 months ago, what's he going to cost? Somewhere between 80 and 100 million quid.
Yeah.
That seems to be what he's going to cost.
Yeah.
Where's the, oh, we didn't see that coming stumbling block?
No.
There isn't one.
No.
Just fucking pay it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I completely get where you're coming from. I think the word difficult has been bandied around quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I think the sort of difficult aspect of this is, can United get the funds together?
Yeah.
That's what's difficult. It's not, will he join United? Well, yes, he will, because he's told us. That's the new Ineos approach. We talk to the player first. If he fancies it, then we put a bid in. He obviously is keen on a move to Manchester United, otherwise we wouldn't have got this far. You wouldn't have had Jason Wilcox saying, don't tell anyone, but we're in for Baleba during the during the pre-season tour. So it's obviously wants to come. Do Brighton sell their players? Yes, as you've said.
Yeah.
And there's not been, even when my man, the director of football, had the chance to completely shut it down and say, he's going fucking nowhere, he didn't.
No.
He kind of went, well, he's not going anywhere unless someone puts a real bid in, and then, he probably will go.
So is he? So he is.
Yeah, there was none of that, like, no chance of we selling him.
Yeah.
Like, there was obviously an element of we don't want to sell him, but it was like, but when clubs bid for him, what are we going to do? This is Brighton's model. We spoke about it with Laurie as well. There is an element of, it's what they do in terms of how they attract players. Come and play for us for a few years or a couple of years, and then you'll get a big move if you want to move on. It's how they survive. They sell players, they bring in new players, they get big profit, keeps them well above more than afloat. It keeps them prosperous. So it all makes sense that he can be sold, and if the price comes in that Brighton are happy with, he will be sold. The only issue here is because of the fee, it is a large fee, and United have now bought 3 players for big money, or relatively big money in sort of modern Premier League terms, then can we get the 100 million together if it is going to cost 100 million?
Yeah.
That's a difficulty. You're right though, in terms of a deal being done, it's pretty simple. It's just the numbers that are making it difficult. Yeah. I'm going to get into some of the chats and the super chats and then we'll come back to it. Callum Riding says, seeing you yesterday, Jay. Cheers for the pick, you're a legend. Gary Pallister is fucking massive, lol. Paul Shoes, thank you, Callum. Good chatting to you yesterday. Top man. No Idol says, can't help but feel like we're not trying to sell enough players. Mount, Shaw, Casemiro, all big wages and not first choice. £700 per week, 36 million a year. I get that. Some of these players obviously still in the manager's plans. I think Mount and Shaw probably are. Casemiro, I think if he could sell him, he would. Yeah. But he doesn't want to leave. No one's really coming in for him, and he's on massive money as well, so it's just difficult. Patrick Granger says, how important for the morale of the squad do you think it is for us to sell the rest of the bomb squad? And is it more important than signing Baleba? Joseph?
If I could only do one, yeah, I'd get rid of them lot, personally. Because I just think, clean slate. We can sign Baleba or someone who ticks a lot of the boxes Baleba does next summer if we have to. Right. We can't have another year of Sancho being around and Antony being around. We've got to get rid of him.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Cage says, Sancho not being gone already is a concern. Seth Trollin says, Baleba would be one of the most exciting deals in years, just like the other 3. Stephen Holmes says, nah, Baleba in, surely more important. David Thompson says, Earl from Hot Chocolate, you sexy thing. Okay.
Nice. Should we look at some of these sales then?
Yes.
Let's get into this. What we got to start with? Talks are Alejandroing on.
Talks are Alejandroing on. Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
You don't seem to...
To me, droning on is like, there's too much talking. I guess that's what you're kind of saying, but...
Yeah.
Droning on a bit.
I mean...
Yeah, I guess it's... in my head, I think dragging on. But droning on, I guess, makes sense. No, it's nice. What do you think to it? What's up with you? You just googled Hot Chocolate, the band.
I couldn't remember the name. I thought that the lead singer of Hot Chocolate wasn't called Earl, he was called Errol. I had to check it. Because I didn't want to go, he wasn't called Earl, he was called Errol.
What is it?
It's Errol.
So you're really good.
No, not really, because I've got the power of Google to double check. So I'm not that good.
And the person obviously watching us on YouTube doesn't have Google.
Well, I don't know.
Get it right!
I don't know. It just
first time, man. Don't make him Google it.
No. People say I look like Errol Brown.
Let's have a look. Which one's him?
The bald one. Get a picture of Errol Brown on the screen for us. Just Google Errol Brown.
You need a wicked moustache.
Yeah. Errol Brown.
That's almost like... Oh, not these days. In his prime, that's almost sort of Groucho Marx level moustache.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you see that on the single?
Cut to Jay's single. He's... No.
No.
I mean, a similar head shape, I guess.
Right, okay.
It's not a million miles away, yeah.
We're just sticking with I look like Brian and Boomer.
Is that what you want us to stick with?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stick with that then.
Right, enough of this tomfoolery. Get on with it.
Manchester United are expecting Chelsea to make a formal offer for Alejandro Garnacho. Sky Sports again. Only got one website on those computers over there. United value Garnacho at 50 million, while Chelsea believe they can sign him for significantly less. Head coach Ruben Amorim has said clubs interested in United's players should not expect to get a cheap deal if they leave it late in the window. He has insisted players can be reintegrated if United don't get a deal that is right for them. Just step back a touch. Is Alejandro Garnacho, in his current form, having fallen out with Manchester United, with the talent that he's got, and package everything together, genuinely, is he worth 50 million quid?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%. Like, how old is he? 21?
Yeah.
Right, he's 21. He's played over 140 games, I think, for Manchester United, or near 140 games for Manchester United. He's a Puskas Award winner. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the FA Youth Cup where he shone in the final. He's a very, very talented young lad. Yes, he's got a few issues, but even his issues aren't unmanageable. It's not like he's out sniffing every night. He's just done a vape and got a tattoo and does some stupid posts on social media and says things in a post-match interview he should have said. He needs someone to have a word with him. I'm not disputing that, but he's not completely unmanageable. And he's a very talented young lad, and he's got his whole career ahead of him. So when you see some of the dross that goes for 50 million around that, I mean, how much did Mudryk go for?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're talking about a guy who's been not carrying the team, let's not get carried away, but playing every single game for Manchester United for about 2 years. Like, surely he's got to be worth more than 50 million.
Sorry, Mudryk was 22 when Chelsea bought
there you
him.
go. He's 2 years older than fucking Garnacho is
He's literally older than him, and they got 80 million quid for him.
Yeah, I just don't think it's beyond the realms possible you get 50 million quid for him. I think that's what you should be getting minimum.
Yes.
I think a player like this could go for 60 million. Madueke went for what, 55? Elanga for 55?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Elanga is a good, functional player with some top-end qualities in terms of his athleticism and his speed.
Yeah.
But he's not a top footballer. He just isn't.
No.
And, you know, again, he's older than Garnacho is. I think Garnacho is at least the player that Antony Elanga is.
Yeah, I agree.
Even with everything that we're talking about here. And he's got a bit of an X factor to him where if you're the buying team, if you're Chelsea, the model, the way that it works, in 2 years' time, he could score 25 goals over the next 2 seasons, all competitions, and Napoli might want it for 70 million.
Yeah.
Or Real Madrid, or, you know, not necessarily Real Madrid, but, you know, he's got some kind of draw, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's a very exciting player. He's a very good player. You could see him potentially going into one of those teams you just mentioned and doing really well. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility. I'll be like, Juventus, it's unlikely, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I think there is a world in which one day Alejandro Garnacho could be at Real Madrid or someone like that.
Yeah.
I think there is. People may laugh at that, but people would have laughed if about 2 years ago you said Marcus Rashford ends up at Barca.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he won't. Never go there. And he's there now.
How many times did Atletico Madrid sign like Yannick Carrasco? Didn't they sign him like 3 times across 10 years? You think someone like that, if he could get a game for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But you've just got to sell him, and I think anything left. I think if it's 40s plus add-ons to get to around 50, I think we can accept that and move on. But if it starts with a 3, I think United have absolutely had their pants down. Personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see what the chat is saying. There's some people debating whether, let's not go into it, doesn't matter. Elanga isn't a crybaby, says Guidub. Also, keepers have gone for close to 40 million, says Moonman. Suvik Bhattacharya says, will Garner be a regular for Chelsea? Why does he insist on them? I think he wants to stay in England, doesn't he? And Chelsea are the only team, the only show in town. I don't think Villa are going to come in for him. There was talk of him going to Aston Villa. Doesn't look like it's happening, does it?
No.
So I think he's going to end up at Chelsea. There's definitely some fires to that smoke. We're in for him in January.
No,
they want him. Romano and everyone else is reporting it. Sky Sports is obviously reporting it. Like, I'd be surprised if he didn't go there. And he's it makes sense. I just hope we get 50 million at least. Right, let's move on.
What we got next? The next one of the bomb squad. It'd be sick to see him go.
Yeah, not bad.
What's the pun?
Besiktas.
He's going to go to Besiktas.
Yeah.
It'd be sick to see him go. Really good.
Yeah, it's a good pun.
Really good pun. Well done, Harold.
Yeah.
Was that you, Hazza?
Yeah.
No, I put the dashes in.
You put the dashes in.
Yeah.
So you were chat GPT for the evening, were you? Putting that double dash in. Well done. Very well done there. Jadon Sancho's leading suitors revealed as key detail in Man United exit talks cause delay. Team Talk, we'll get to that in a minute, understands that Turkish giants Besiktas remain seriously interested in signing Sancho. However, the 23-time England international, that is a mad thing that I've never heard in court before. The 23-time capped England international's reported wages of $250,000 a week on a contract that runs until next summer have proven to be the biggest stumbling block. Besiktas are waiting for Sancho to lower his salary demands before making a decisive move. They recently asked for information on the winger, but his current wage requests are deemed too high. Besiktas are ready to move quickly if Sancho softens his stance, making them the front runners to sign him at this stage. There we go. Thoughts on this?
To be fair, I'm not saying Team Talk are outlet that you hang your hat on, but we've had this before in the news quite a few times. It does feel like Besiktas are looking at him. I just don't know what is going on with Jadon Sancho. I don't know what his attitude is like, his mindset, whether he wants to go to Besiktas, whether there's a club he really wants to go to, whether there is a part of him that is willing to sort of just say, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to just sit here and earn my dough. I hope there isn't. I hope that isn't his attitude. I hope he realises that, look, it is a short career. It is, who knows, maybe he can gate crash the England squad if you go to somewhere and do really well. I don't know. He's a difficult lad to understand, isn't he?
Yeah.
So is he going to go to Turkey? In some ways that could help him. You're a bit more out of the limelight than you would be anywhere else in certain, if you're staying in England or in Italy or whatever. It is a big club, big, great fan base and a decent level as well. Maybe that could help him just getting that, moving away a little bit. I don't know. I just don't know. It's so difficult to understand what Jadon Sancho is thinking.
I just think if you're Jadon Sancho, go to a club. Do not do this thing where you tell the whole football world you care more about an extra 80 grand a week, which I know is a lot, than you do about your legacy and about playing football. Do not spend a year in United reserves because he's only got 1 year left on his contract. So it's not like if you had 4 years left at Man United, I would get it.
Yeah.
That's an extra maybe 20 million over that time frame. But if you don't take that cheap contract, he's got 1 year left. He's done this season anyway. Yeah. If you tell every club in Europe, I would rather earn an extra 50 grand a week or 80 grand a week and do fuck all for a year in my mid-20s after my career has gone the way it has for the last 3 years, you're done. Who the hell would ever take a punt on him after that?
No.
Like, this is your last chance to go to a decently sized European club.
I couldn't agree more.
You have to do it now. I know Chelsea's off the cards, that's gone, and fair enough. But if there's other teams, if there's Inter Milans or Dortmunds or Juventuses or anyone, any top clubs playing in the Champions League, you've got to go and take a wage cut. But otherwise, what is your career going to be? It's going to be an absolute waste. Like, sort of Dele Alli or worse levels of, couldn't get it back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't have that happen. You really can't.
No.
Just go somewhere.
I agree, but that's you thinking, Joe.
Yeah,
That's you.
If I was his mate, I would be telling him that, or his agent, or anyone.
Apparently, though, I've heard from, I know I'm not ITK, no, but when he did his tweet that popped off against Eric Ten Hag, apparently his agents didn't know about that and they weren't happy with that.
Yeah.
There's sort of, basically he's been a little bit of a live wire at times. He's upset a lot of United fans as well with some of the stuff he's done. I think people are mentioning it, calling him the freedom warrior and all that because of his comment to Marcus Rashford. He's just seems to be just wasting a big chunk of his career. And I know he went to Chelsea and played in a European final and scored in a European final, but let's not pretend that move was all amazing. It wasn't. No. And also, what did he do at United? He did fuck all. And I don't like hating on players. I like to try and, back him and sort of give him the benefit of the doubt, whatever, but come on, man, he was a disastrous signing, he really was. Joe C, who's been a member of the Academy, 55 months, says, Sancho's given up on having any type of relevant career, can't imagine what he's thinking, such a waste. John Allen says, Joe getting quite emotional there. Yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it? Jason Todd, is there a Stretford Paddock FPL? We should do one, innit? We better hurry up and do one, haven't we? Should we do one tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do one tomorrow.
Harry will take care of that, won't you, Harry?
Yeah.
Write that down.
Write it down, Harry, that's on your list of things to do tomorrow. Write it down in front of everyone.
Get the pen now.
Get the pen.
Come on.
Let's see it. Leave the producer cam on.
There's always a pen knocking around.
Is he writing it down?
He is.
Right.
Just writing it on his own leg.
Yeah.
He's panicking. Well done, Harry. Thank you.
Let's wait. Can we see the notes? Very good. Brilliant that. Well done. Yeah. Good. Efficiency.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nothing else on
No.
Probably covered up the rest. Like, whatever it was.
With all his crushes and that.
No.
Let's look at the next story then. What we got? I'm going off to Real on a Tony train. I'm going off to Real. Is that that a song lyric or something?
It's a late tribute to Ozzy.
I'm going off to Real on a Tony train. It's a crazy train pun. I think that's not bad actually. Why don't you like that?
I don't know. It's alright. I don't really know many Ozzy Osbourne songs.
You know Crazy Train?
Did I?
You don't know Crazy Train? Of course you do. You went to school with him. Do you not know Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne? Black Sabbath?
Who is it by, for starters?
I think it's by Black Sabbath. Actually, no, I think it's Ozzy Osbourne.
Is this crazy?
I think
That's how
it's
it
actually
goes.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Million of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. No, I've never heard of it, mate. Right, go on, read out this then.
Sang the whole lyrics. Betis struggling over Antony deal, according to fucking hell. We've had 2 tabs open tonight.
Is this fucking
Team
damn
talking
chef channel?
Sky
What?
Sports, is that it?
Hey, why don't we just call ourselves Sky Sports? Hey?
Honestly, you better be scrambling on that.
I never thought I'd
PhD
say
for
this,
next
but do you remember the dizzy heights when we had one from Team Talk?
That was a good laugh. Real Betis are still finding it difficult to do a deal for Manchester United forward Antony. The Brazilian international has his heart set on a return to Betis. Antony's agent hasn't ruled out a move to Saudi Arabia. Cool. Time is running out for him to find another club. He's not in Ruben Amorim's plans. What are your thoughts on Antony and a Betis?
Why is this taking so fucking long? Honestly. He went there, right, and turned into fucking Lionel Messi's better younger brother for about 4 months. And yet, they still can't muster the 25 million quid it's going to take to get him.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. We just got to say, this isn't going any other way.
Like,
if you buy him for 25 million, or fuck off. We're not doing another loan. We're not doing an option to buy. Because if there was ever a reason to use the option to buy, or to buy a player, that 6 months was it.
Yeah.
If you're not buying him after that, why should we believe you're going to buy him in 12 months' time?
This is the thing as well, right? His star is shining pretty brightly at the minute. He had that mint loan spell. I bet there's loads of teams in La Liga looking and going, do you know what? Fucking hell. After what he did at Betis, we could have him here. He could do a job for us. We could sell him to someone else. I refuse to believe there's only Real Betis that are willing to pay up for paying 25, 30 million for Antony. He's still relatively young. He's just had a mint season. Loads of player match awards, goals, assists, a lot. I know he didn't turn up in the Europa Conference final, but that aside, he had an amazing loan spell there. Other teams who've played against him, who've watched him, must be going, if he's available, he could do a job for us. So fucking sell him to them then. Just say you ain't got a Real Betis because they ain't going to fucking buy you. Tough shit. You go in somewhere else or you can sit in the resis.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing of waiting for Real Betis to sort the finances out and maybe doing a loan to buy scheme and all this other shit, or maybe we'll loan him again. Maybe you loan him again and he doesn't quite hit the dizzy heights he hit there last time, and they don't want to buy him after all that, and it's like, oh, we've just had him for 2 seasons for fuck all. No, sell him either to Real Betis or someone else, but you've got 90 days to sort it.
Yeah.
Like, I think you just got to fucking deal with this now because it's getting daft. Frank F says he won't go anywhere else. Right, sound, he can sit in the resis then.
Yeah.
Can't just keep getting loaned out to the team you own, the only team you want to go to.
Yeah.
There must be other clubs interested in him, and he'll want to play football.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he'll be in the Brazil squad for the World Cup because that's a thing, isn't it? And he's not going to do that if he's just playing for Manchester United's fucking resis. So yeah, I think if it can't happen, I'm sick of talking about this deal, man. Yeah. I don't mind it as much, even though it's frustrating when there's a player and there's no clubs in for him or you're not sure. But when there's a player, one club who wants him, and it goes on for fucking 2 months and don't get anywhere, why?
Yeah.
Antony's going to be one of those players that we end up buying on deadline day for fucking 50 million quid too much and end up letting go on deadline day for fucking 30 million quid too cheap. Yeah, you're right. Quasi says these players are where they are for this exact reason. Yes, Jim Oscan says Jay putting in a mammoth of a shift. Thank you, my brother. So was Joe, to be fair. He's helped me with the news this morning. We've been on it all day, haven't we, bro?
Well done. What we got next? Hojlund. You're messing about. It's not Sky Sports again, is it? Is it? Have we just had one internet page open tonight?
2. We had Team Talk.
Team Talk as well. We'll have a word. Rosso nearly off to Milan. What's that?
Is it Rosso Nieri?
Yeah. Oh, okay, is that the Milan? That's what people call Milan, isn't it? Who's Rosso? Just in this case, no one. If his name was Rosso, this would be a perfect pawn. It's not. AC Milan have held positive talks with Manchester United over the signing of striker Rasmus Hojlund, according to Sky Sports. Is this some sort of prank on us?
This is you two fucking about this. Go on the producer cam. It is. Right.
What are you writing? Yes, delete Sky Sports.
Yeah,
that's
I don't mind 1 or 2, but bloody hell.
Bloody hell. As yet, there's no agreement between the clubs. Hojlund himself has yet to decide if Milan is the right move for him. Milan are understood to be speaking to Hojlund's representatives to find out if he'll be open to joining before advancing on a deal with United. Milan prefer a loan with an option to buy, of course they do. United want a permanent deal, or at least have a permanent element attached to any deal. United would consider offers around 40 million.
What's Sky Sports saying about all this?
This. Interestingly, I feel more... not sorry, but I get why he's not just like, yeah, I'll go. Because he played loads of games for us last season. I don't know what's gone on behind the scenes.
I will never blame a player for wanting to stay and fight for their place at Manchester United. Even if I don't think this player is good enough, which I don't quite think Hojlund really is, if you were to push me on it. But I respect the fact that he wants to stay and fight for his place. And I don't think he's just being like, some people will do it because it's money. They don't actually want to fight for a place, just want to stay because they're on big dough and won't get it anywhere else. I don't think that's the case with him. No. I think he genuinely looks at himself and thinks, I could play for Manchester United like I've been doing for the last 2 years and do a good job.
Keep doing that.
Yeah, so I get that.
If you would play for Man United, if you were him right now, or I was him, I wouldn't want to go either.
No.
I would want, give me 1 more year with some decent players around me. I'm not saying this is true. This is A, what he's saying, or B, it would actually turn him into a great player.
Yeah.
But I would be saying to the manager, give me 1 last chance. This year, I can do this.
I think this is the case. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you said that. I think Amorim might need to say to him, see, even that, I don't know. Amorim might need to say almost what it felt like he was doing for the Fiorentina game.
Yeah.
Look, bro, you ain't gonna get minutes.
Yeah.
Like, if you stay here, my fucking first choice is going to be Benjamin Sesko. If Sesko gets injured, I'm going to try giving Cheeto a go. Or I'm going to try Xerxes as my number 9. Or I'll try Mbumo.
Yeah, okay,
you are like my 5th choice.
Yeah.
And we've got 1 game a week. You're wasting your time. Like, I'll try and just
Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Like, yes, technically you could be the king, but the amount of people that have to die,
what would account to a
England
massacre.
wouldn't exist anyway.
Yeah, it's
by
like
the time
King Ralph. Do you remember that film with John Goodman? Where he's like 40th in line. He's like an American who's 40th in line. And there's a disaster with a camera at Buckingham Palace and the entire royal family's wiped out and he becomes a king. And hilarity ensues. It's like that.
But without the hilarity.
Yeah, but without the hilarity.
From a purely sort of objective, cold, no emotional perspective, probably best for his career if he does go to Milan. I think probably he will leave at some point, especially if there is some options to buy or obligations to buy in there. But I'm not going to be mad at him for not wanting to leave because I wouldn't want to leave. But hopefully we can get the
maybe there's a happy medium here where the manager can say, look, you can go on a loan, and if you do really well, we'll bring you back.
Yeah.
Or if you do, it doesn't have to be you go on a loan and they get to keep you.
The first ever loan with an obligation to stay.
Maybe, I don't know about an obligation to stay, but yeah, you could say it like that. I don't know. I just feel like he's wasting his time, personally. It's clear to me that Ruben Amorim isn't a fan. And it is a shame, but it's one of those things.
What are people saying? Because I think it's a bit of an interesting one, this.
Yeah, it's sort of, I think it's kind of splitting it a little bit. Chris Griffith says Rasmus and Sesko to form a mental combination that make York and Cole look like amateurs. Fair enough. People keep bringing this up, saying about Steve mentioning Calvert-Lewin. He said as a backup, I think, or as an option, and now Calvert-Lewin's gone to Leeds. A lot of people in my news were mentioning this. I get where Steve was coming from. It wasn't
what are people saying?
They're just sort of saying, oh, it was a bad idea, and now that's been proven because he's gone to Leeds. But I think at the time Steve was saying, look, as a backup, an experienced striker who's happy to play, 15 minutes a week or whatever, might be an option. So I get it. Maury Boogie says it's Hojlund kicking the goal that's the issue. Tantrums. Ute Hube says, what I noticed most about Rasmus is he only needs half a chance. He's resourceful. When he has a chance, his runs are shite though. He can learn. I feel like you were really complimenting him then. And then just decided to completely turn against him. Avler says, what's happened to Sakone? We had it at the beginning of the show. The latest update is obviously he had a head injury. The game was abandoned. You do worry. But Nathan Salt said that he's conscious, I think, and that it's positive signs so far.
We're speaking to club officials.
So we'll get, we don't want to speculate. We'll get more on it. But it does feel like it's not as serious as was feared at the time. Obviously, if there's any developments, we'll let you know, probably in the morning news. Any more from Sky Sports?
What we got? Chosen taking the source off this one. This is official from ManUnited.com.
All right, go on.
Adam the Coca-Cola. Thoughts?
No. Get rid of that.
You're not having it?
No. For a multitude of reasons. What even is this?
Manchester United is delighted to announce a new 3-year partnership with the Coca-Cola company. So at Old Trafford, from next week, it's going to be Coca-Cola at the turnstiles. I mean, not at the turnstiles. Thoughts?
This is the shittest story we've ever run.
Do you think?
Like, genuinely. I'm not even exaggerating. We have reached a new fucking nadir on this channel, right? Honestly, I actually feel a little bit sick that I am part of this channel and associated with this utter garbage of a story.
Let's have a look.
I couldn't be less bothered or interested in this if I fucking tried. Honestly, I'm grossly offended on behalf of the viewers, and I can only apologise that we've run this shit show of a story. That's my thoughts on it. Yours?
This little sipper and that, innit? You know what I mean?
Have we got anything else that we can end on that's a story?
No.
Fucking hell. Right, well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for that, lads. Well done. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, never a chore. We're going to be back tomorrow, aren't we? With, we've got the news, we've got Off the Bar. Have we got anything else?
The preview.
We've got the preview.
The actual season is here,
The season is here. We're going to be doing some predictions. That's always a good laugh, innit? When we're doing some season predictions. So, there's a super chat from Benjamin Toppin, our mate from Atlanta.
It's
I've not
Ben,
read out.
right.
It says, I agree, and he should get another chance, but our sentimentality for players has gotten us into some trouble the past few years. Should go now for him. I think he means should go. Loads of people saying like, thanks lads, good stuff. Thank you, appreciate that. Don't forget, if you're not doing so already, go and check out Sloppy Joe's podcast. You got a new episode out?
Thank you. One went out yesterday, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good stuff. Go and check that out. You know where to find me. That's been Joe. I've been Jay. This has been Transfers Live. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.